I just wanted to talk a little bit about this old bag here that I've carried around for I think well over 20 years now. Probably about at least the last 25 years I've had this thing. And whenever I go like on a hike or whatever, or exploring into the forest, I used to carry this with me. I haven't used it in a long time because I broke my leg a few years ago, and I haven't really made any really long treks since. But I thought it was kind of a neat setup. The first thing we have here, so what this is a 1937 pattern, what they call the small pack. So this is the one you see the soldiers wear on their back in pictures from the Second World War, and then in marching order it's suspended at the end of the shoulder straps, and you'd wear the large pack. But I have one strap on it, which is also original. The strap, I think the strap is Canadian. It kind of looks like the Canadian color webbing, but I don't have, you can't see any markings on it. So I have my knife attached to one strap. So this would be on, basically going almost under my left arm when I'm out and about. The reason I put this on here was because of I've had lots of instances where you sit down to have a rest on a log or whatever, and your knife gets stuck under there, and I did have the little retaining strap rip off of the sheath once because of that. So that's just a regular old K-bar, and it's well used. You can see that it's been around a lot. One thing I don't like about these, the same thing I had with the Hudson's Bay knife, was that the powder coat finish on it looks like garbage once it gets used. Typically I'd have the Hudson's Bay knife with me as well, usually on my belt. And I'd carry this one along because of this is a super handy knife because it has the partial serrated blade. So if you have to cut some rope or anything like that, this will just buzz right through the rope, and it doesn't ruin your cutting edge like cutting rope does with a regular knife. And you can still use that for quite a while after it's dull too. You can use it to split wood or like cut up wood for making a skewer to cook your food or whatever. But it's been a really good knife. So what I did was let's put that back in here. It comes with this thing on the sheath already, so I just fed that through the shoulder strap, and then I just made this arrangement with paracord here to hold the sheath to the strap. It's a really handy arrangement that way. And so we'll just open this up. It's a pretty stripped down version of what would normally be in here because it hasn't really been used much in recent years. I do occasionally carry my lunch to work in it. Obviously I take the knife off when I'm doing that because somebody would probably make a stink. So this particular bag is made in India in 1943. And this is 100% original, and it's endured, well, like I said, over 2 decades of use, and it was used when I got it. This wasn't an unissued pack either. This I had several of these, and this was the most worn one. And at the time, Indian webbing was really, people had a really snotty attitude about it, and it was a lot cheaper than the like a British or Canadian bag. These, I don't think you could even afford to buy one of these in a Canadian webbing anymore. You hardly ever see them around. But I used to have the U.S. Army canteen and top in here with the little stove. And a lot of years back I switched to one of these. This is my second one of this type. I've had the first set I gave away and I bought a new one. I have the British set. And this particular one is fairly new. This was all dated 2019, has the broad arrow on it. And I considered this to be a major upgrade over the US one. It's a little bit heavier to carry, but you get a plastic cup to drink out of, which is really nice. You don't burn your lips, and you can cook in the other cup. You have the plastic water bottle. Again, this one's dated 2019. And you have this cup. And this is a really, really well made cup. And it also has measuring marks on it for a 1/4 liter and a 1/2 liter, which makes it really handy. And they're punched into the cup, so you can actually, you ever had measuring cups where they have marks on the outside and you're supposed to somehow magically see through the cup to, you don't have to do that with this because they're actually impressed right into the cup. And this is stainless steel as well. And you can see this one's had some pretty decent use to it. This was new when I got it. I think this only had like a year or 2 years of use before I stopped doing much. And this is the cooker that goes with it. Now what I do with this is I carry a lighter fluid bottle full of methyl hydrate, and you just fill this thing up with the methyl hydrate, and you put the cup in here. You can boil your water, and it's really nice. You can make tea out in the field. And in here there's a lid that goes on that. I don't think I ever actually used that, but it came with the set, so I keep it with it. And there's a few of these in here. These are those little towels that you put a drop of water on and they expand. And, what else have we got in here? Okay, here's a marbles match safe. These are a really handy thing to have. Even if you fall into the ocean, your matches will stay dry. And this is well used as well. It has a striking surface on here where you can actually strike the matches to light them. And I used to have the aluminium World War II type of mess tins. And this was another thing that I obtained later. I got this Dutch set, and they're actually stainless steel. They're exactly the same dimensions pretty much as the regular Commonwealth mess tins, but they're much better made. They have a really substantial handle on them, and they're stainless steel, which is really nice. I don't have to worry about getting Alzheimer's when I cook now. So that just goes right in there. Like it actually is made to accommodate them. There's a divider in here. And yeah, this bag has held up really, really well for many, many years. And I do have a brand new one, a British made one, made by Bagcraft in the 50s. And I bought that anticipating this one to fall apart because everybody told me, oh, that Indian made webbing is crap, it'll all come apart. And yeah, here we are, 20 years on, and it doesn't really look any different than when I first started using it. So maybe by the time I die, this one will be worn out and somebody else can make use of the other one. But yeah, inside the mess tin you can carry some extra stuff. I usually have some bully beef in the bag here, and there's usually some of those big pilot crackers, and usually there's some tea in here and whatever. There's a little first aid kit that I have that goes right in the bottom of the bag. But it's been a really handy setup. But I kind of prefer having this over a backpack for short excursions. I think you can carry everything you want on your backpack and then carry this along as well. And then if you're just going on a short trip or whatever, you can just sling this up and carry your essentials along with you. Anyway, I figured my 5 or 6 viewers would enjoy having a quick look at this setup. That's all for now, I guess.